All right, day 2 of my Northville-Placid excursion. It's a pretty good night. I just broke down camp, which was right behind me. That nice little pine spot. Night wasn't too bad. A little windy, but nice. Not too cold. Sleeping bag worked out perfectly. Everything was good. A little problem hanging my bear bagging kit. I'm going to stop a little earlier tonight and hang early. It's about 7:45, and we are continuing my trek down the Northville-Placid Trail. Hoping to do, I don't know, about 16 miles today. It says I did 22 yesterday. I don't believe that, though. I think it was less than that. All right. Get back to you soon. Some updates. About 2 hours into my day 2 trek, I just want to give you my thoughts on the differences between the trails. So day 1, it was a really nice trail, well used, very well marked, pretty dry for all the rain that we got. I expected much more rain or much more mud and slop. The water crossing was tough, but that was pretty much the hardest part of, day 1's section of trail, Northfield to Benson Road. After the water crossing, I was just a little tired, so it was kind of a trudge. There's a lot of downed trees too, a lot of big old downed timber. So something to be aware of. Really covered the trail pretty good. Now day 2, the trail has been totally different. Where day 1, the trail was kind of wide and easy to follow. Day 2 is much more these little footpaths through the woods. We really got to look for the trail markers. Still pretty well marked, but definitely requires more attention. And also the trail is a lot sloppier. It's a lot of, the rain turned the trail into drainage, and there's a lot of sections of trail that are super swampy, full of wet leaves, a lot of water, little water crossings. All in all, fun. A lot of down trees still. A lot of clambering over stuff and trying to figure out where the trail continues, because the tree with the trail marker snapped. This is what I'm talking about, where the trail is just drainage. So the trail continues right down this path, as you can see by the markers, but you're basically walking down a stream. And I think later in the summer this will all be dried up and be a really easy hike. But right now, here, look, marker, and the trail is a stream. So a little bit more alternative trail path and a little bit of bushwhacking. Get the job done. So after just about 3 hours of hiking, I have finally reached the junction of the spur trail to Godfrey Road. And as you can see, Rock Lake is 2.5 miles. Silver Lake Lean-To, 5.3. I think that's going to be my end goal. I'm definitely not making White House tonight. That's just too far. I think I've done, I don't know, 6 miles. Who knows? Anyway, trail's dried up a little bit, but the mosquitoes, as you can see, are terrible. So, keep you posted. 12 o'clock. Finally made it to Rock Lake. So, I'm going to go dip down to Rock Lake, have some lunch, take a coffee nap, dry out my shoes, rest my feet a little bit, and then continue on. Probably Silver Lake Lean-To, if not a lot further than that, but Silver Lake Lean-To is going to be my backup. So, just left Rock Lake like 20 minutes ago. I met a nice guy who's guiding a group of NYU students, or NYU affiliates for outdoor leadership summit training thing, and was actually able to give away a pound's worth of cookies, which is 4 cookies, which is phenomenal. He took 2 and then was able to snag 2 off on 2 of the other people in the group. Rock Lake was a must-needed rest. I was able to finally have a cup of coffee, which I didn't have this morning because of the mosquitoes. It was just impossible to heat up. So I just checked no coffee, and then was able to eat a little bit, rest, dry out my feet and my shoes, which was a godsend because the trail has been just so sloppy and so full of blowdowns that just makes everything really slow and really difficult. My pack is actually a manageable weight now, so I'm actually comfortable. I was having some wicked shoulder pain coming in to the Rock Lake stretch, and you know, I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but ditching the pound's worth of cookies, eating some more, and getting a little rest, and some vitamin I. Took a vitamin pack as well, in addition to the vitamin I. I'm actually feeling really good, really pumped, spirits restored. Gonna do a big push to the next campsite, which should keep me on track. I learned something about myself today. Luckily, I threw a bag of jerky in my food bag, and I packed too much sweet, not enough salty protein. I don't need as many carbs as I think I do. I need protein. So when I get into either Prosecco or something else, I'm gonna try to grab some more jerky, and if I see anybody else, maybe I can get rid of some of these bars in place of that. Also, I packed way too much food. I learned 2,600 calories for me is way too much per day. When I'm hiking, I just don't eat that much. Drink a lot of water, but don't eat nearly as much as that. So, mental note, less calories, more protein, salty, not sweet, maybe some more cook options. All right, back to the trail. So at Rock Lake, I talked to a guy who's guiding this group from NYU, and he gave me some really helpful hints and tips about the trail. And one thing I learned, I asked him about the blowdowns, and the trail is always like this. The blowdowns are terrible, the trail's overgrown, and it's always swampy. So this is for a little perspective. That's the trail marker, that's the trail, that's what it looks like. And that's normal, and that's been pretty much all day, plus water. So, something I've learned. So I camped in just a random spot last night, and I made sure it was around some really big pines. And I made sure I looked up, checked for hanging branches, or widowmakers as they call them. Made sure the trees were structurally sound, nothing looked dead, nothing looked weak. And it's about midnight. I heard a big blowdown come down. Scared the pants out of me. Made me question where I was camping, because it was close. I didn't feel the ground shake, but it was definitely closer than I would have liked. And then this morning, I heard another one come down in the woods. So, mental note, when pitching a tent, if you're not staying in one of the lean-tos, and there are plenty, you can do the whole trip in lean-tos without having to pitch. Definitely bring a bug net though, for your personal sleeping space. But what I learned is, if you're not sleeping in a lean-to, definitely check the campsites. Look at all the trees. Look up, look around, look sideways, look up, down. Make sure that you're not pitched under a compromised area, because the blowdowns are real. and they do happen. You don't want to cut your trip and potentially your life short because you pitched in a bad area. So I either recommend the lean-tos or around the lean-tos. I think I'm going to try to stick to someplace around the lean-tos or a designated campsite from now going forward, unless I can find a real nice big clear spot with a bunch of small saplings and young growth. But the big old growth in this forest is definitely prone to going, so be warned. So just past Silver Lake lean-to, and I'm off to the Mud Lake lean-to, which I got some distance cover, so made it this far. Now a little bit more to push, and then I'll be done for the night. So we've reached a little campsite around Canary Pond, what I believe is Canary Pond. And as you can see, the view is stunning. So I'm gonna keep pushing because I want to get to the Mud Lake lean-to. I've found an extra gator and an extra bug net. So hopefully if I catch up to whoever it is, I'll be able to return those. If not, I'll probably just leave the gator in the lean-to or pack it out. We'll see. So we're in the final stretch to Mud Lake. And we're right over by the huge beaver dam, or a beaver pond, as it could be, but as you can see, it's actually not a pond. It's actually pretty good. So I probably could walk across, but the trail continues over that way, or it skirts the edge. So I'm going to follow the trail and hopefully get to Mud Lake real soon. So I'm crossing the little footbridge to Mud Lake, and this is my final little stretch before I get to the lean-to for the night. I'm really excited. It's been a long day, big push. I think the hard 2 days are over, but we shall see. So it's 6:38 and I have made it to the Mud Lake lean-to. As you can see, there is nobody here. So I'll have the lean-to all to myself tonight, which I am extremely excited for. The view is wonderful, and you can't see because it's all washed out. Let's try that. The view, wonderful, and it's just, oh yeah, let's come over here. You make it official. We walk back just a little bit. Been walking through water all day, and I'm excited to take my shoes off and dry everything out. I have a place to spread all my stuff out. And here we go. Here's the official trail marker to White House and Paseco. Paseco. I'll be in Paseco tomorrow. It's 10.8 miles. Shouldn't take me too long. Probably not in the morning. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. It'd be nice to hit it before lunch, but it's a big push. But yeah, the trail goes right past it. Oh, super happy.